Peace and blessings, love and light. This is Kim Martin Raymond, host of the How Now podcast, where we talk about how to live in the now. And today I just wanted to come on. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and I had a spiritual touchdown today. And I want to share that with you. I had a situation that happened on Friday. I was frustrated. I was angered. I felt like my personal integrity was attacked. And I left it where it was. It was a situation that occurred in a space outside of my home. And I left it there, as I typically do. That's something that I've learned to do during the course of my spiritual journey, is to leave things where they are, so that way as I'm heading home, or if I'm heading any place else, that I'm not carrying that with me, that I'm taking it, I'm not taking it, I'm leaving it where it is. And if it's meant for me to pick it back up at a later time, I can do that. But I always leave things where they are, so that as I'm making that transition, as I'm talking about living in the now and being in the space of now, I can go about being present for my husband, for my daughter, for my granddaughter, as I'm transitioning home. And I was successful in doing that. And I felt good about, being able to leave that situation where it was. And all was going well. And then yesterday came. And as I was going about the course of my day, and, I took a beautiful yoga class yesterday morning and was feeling good. And then as I was working on something later on in the day, the situation presented itself again. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, why am I reliving this? I thought I left it where it was. And you see, sometimes that's what happens. We get tested, just when we get to that point of feeling that we're comfortable and we feel as though we've gotten to a space of victory. Sometimes what happens is it rears its ugly head, just to be like, are you sure about that? Are you sure that you've got a handle on this? And that's what happened in this situation. I kept trying to find other things to do to take my mind off of the situation, but it kept coming back to my mind. And it bothered me. And I had to question myself and say, what's happening here? What's going on? And there was one thing that I failed to do. And that just, and it reminded me that I'm human. We all are. And even though we're spiritual beings having a human experience, what tends to happen is sometimes those emotions come up, those carnal feelings come up, and we can't discount them. We have to allow them to flow through us, so that way they can be released and we can get to a space of resolve and get to a space of healing. And that's what I failed to do. In my, in my haste to release that situation, I didn't allow myself to go through the emotions that came with it. And I needed to do that. You never want to experience the emotions that you have where they're going to hurt or harm someone. We definitely don't want that. You never want your experiences or your feelings to manifest themselves in a way that is going to hurt or harm someone else, or yourself for that matter. So I was frustrated. I was angry. And I didn't allow myself to feel those emotions. And I think that's why it kept creeping back up to my memory. Because I had pushed it aside, I hadn't released it. And that's what we have to be careful to do. We can't suppress those things that are angry, but we have to allow those emotions to happen, so that way we can get to that space of healing. And that's what I had to do. I was frustrated. I was angry. And I didn't let those emotions flow out of me. And so this morning when I was having my prayer time with a very dear friend of mine, she mentioned something about scars and about sometimes wounds are open and we don't put ourselves in the position of allowing them to heal. And you know what happened? The tears rolled. And I was able to be angry and frustrated about what happened. And I was able to release it. And when I was able to do that, I was able to hear a message that she had for me. There was something that she said, and I'm sure that it was placed on her heart by Spirit to tell me, because as soon as she said it, she said, "Oh, Kim," she's like, "I felt something." And the tears just rolled. And she was like, "Are you okay?" And, immediately I knew that the message that she was speaking, she said, "I don't know who that was for." And I said, "It was for me." But if we get to a space where we are trying to suppress something, then our ears and our eyes and our hearts and our minds are not open to receive those things that God may be trying to send to us, or that may be trying to share with us, because we're too busy consumed by the situation and not putting ourselves prostrate before Him to say, "Okay, heal me from this." And once I was able to do that, I received what it was that He had for me. And in doing that, I was able to enjoy the remainder of my day. I was able to thank Him for all of the things that He's doing in my life right now. Because there was nothing I can do about what happened 2 days ago, and there's nothing I'm going to do about tomorrow. But I do know that I can exist and experience the joys that were happening in today. And that was my, spiritual touchdown today. I was able to go through those feelings. I was able to experience them. I was able to let them go. And then it opened me up to receive the beautiful message that my girlfriend had for me. And I'm grateful for that. We can't be closed-minded. We have to have hearts of flesh so that we can receive all of the things that God has for us. All of the messages. And we never know in what form or fashion they're going to come. But we don't want to miss them. We don't want to miss out. So I just wanted to share that spiritual touchdown that I had today, because none of us are perfect. But we are in a space of healing. We are in a space of growing. And we only grow through sharing the experiences that we have with others, because we may not be the only ones that are having this. This may be a message for someone today. This may be something that someone needed to hear today. But to know that they're not alone, that this happens not just to them, but it happens to others also. But we want to help each other to grow. We want to help each other to ascend. But we also want to be mindful that just when we think that we're victorious, we can't think that, attacks won't happen, that tests won't come, and that trials won't come to test our endurance. And we can't fall away. We just have to get back up again. One thing that I shared today on Facebook was, when dirt is being thrown at you, you can either lay there and be buried by that dirt, or you can use it as the fertilizer that it is and use it to help you to grow. Because that's what people try to do. Some people try to test you and judge your character and speak against you. But if you use that as the fertilizer that it is that's going to help you to grow, you will be one step closer to connecting with Spirit and to live the life that He's called you to live. But it's not without test. There will always be a test, and there will always be a trial. And it's always going to be a matter of how we deal with it. How are we going to deal with it? It should get easier each and every time. The recovery period should get easier every time. And it may be baby steps, but it's still a victory. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to write it in my gratitude journal today that I had that small victory. And that's what's happening right now. I'm going to continue to live in my present. I'm going to continue to celebrate those small victories that I have. And that's how I want you all to live. Give honor and glory for the small victories that you have. We don't beat ourselves up. We get back up and we say, oh, okay, I realized that this wasn't what I wanted to do, but it happened, and now I'm going to get past it. And that's what I've done. And today has been amazing. So I hope that you will have small victories, and I hope that you'll have spiritual touchdowns that'll happen. May not happen on Super Bowl Sunday, but it's still available for us. So I hope that this touched someone, that this helped someone as, I'm continuing, and maybe you are, in wellness of mind, body, and spirit. So with that, I say take care of yourself, so much to the point of overflow that you can pour into others, because that is how I'm living in this now. And until I see you the next time, be blessed, and I say peace.